Yo, Detroit was good. Today we're in the building with an exclusive interview with Tiffany Gaston. It's a story, a testimony of addiction, recovery, triumph, and total life change. Tiffany Gaston, how you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. And yourself?
Good, good, good. We're glad to have you on.
Thank you kindly.
No doubt, no doubt. So now, before we get into things, tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us some history about yourself.
Well,
Well, let's
I was
start it like that. Let's start
I
there.
don't even know where to start with this one, but long story short, I was born in prison.
Let's start there. Let's start
You
there.
know,
Give us some detail. Talk to us.
yeah, I was born in prison, and I didn't have no attachment, so I was passed around from family member to family member, and so. And my mother she was shackled when she had me, and that causes psychological problems in the baby.
No doubt.
And so let me see. I wound up moving to the west side when I was around 8 because my uncle passed or whatever.
Okay.
And then when I got to the west side, and going to the schools over there, I was bullied.
Okay.
I was a timid kid. And I was
tell us
very
about the
spoiled.
bullying.
So I was,
What
I was.
now the bullying? Like, what did that cause? What type of trauma did that cause you in your lifetime? This bullying.
It caused a lot of trauma. It caused me, because I was a timid kid. I didn't know. I didn't go through that on the east side in the school I was in. I had everything. I was spoiled, and when I got to the west side, it was like, damn, and because I had nice things, I was bullied, and of course that causes fright, and I was even more timid. So that led me to engage in groups that wasn't good for me. I want to be something that I knew I wasn't. I was trying to fit, and it happens a lot. Bullied or uncomfortable. So, and that right there is the point where I went down that dark road. I became a felon.
No doubt, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? I engaged in all kind of criminal activity.
Now tell us what type of did it start as small crimes and lead up to bigger crimes? Like, how did it start?
But of course, it started, drinking on the way to school, having a shot of some fucking what was we drinking? Some aftershock. We thought we was doing it, me and my girls. On the way to school.
No doubt.
And that, come on, looking back at it, and then, sitting in drug houses. Nothing because this is where it was at, sitting in the dope house.
No doubt.
And parties. You know what I'm saying? It was like Jerry Springer was hot then, so we was never cool at 10 o'clock.
No doubt.
We'd go to a common meetup house, and where the parents wasn't there because they was users. And what it was, and then it went from there to being bullied a little bit again in middle school, carrying pistols in my sock, type shit, and it went from carrying guns then, and then it went to selling drugs. Started selling drugs. I was using weed and alcohol. Weed and alcohol. Then came the pills. Then came the powder. And selling drugs downtown and just all night. And that's what my life had consisted of. So I eventually was snorting powder. And then, with the prostitution, you come across all kind of people.
So tell us about the prostitution. What got you into that? So was it maybe?
Nah. Go ahead.
I mean, like, what got you into it now? Was it like, so you went right from selling the drugs and maybe rolled off into that, or did you come across someone that introduced it to you, or what we doing is getting across the message to the kids.
Oh no, I know that. Hey, you remember those numbers you used to find in the newspaper when we was in middle school and shit?
Yeah.
Them hotline numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, them bad motherfuckers. You know? So really the prostitution started when I was like in middle school.
Okay.
You know?
No doubt.
And back then, you know, I really ain't know the depth of it. You know, it was all business and shit.
No doubt.
You know, the hotline. You know? So you gotta be careful of those little numbers too.
Yeah. No doubt. So now after that, now let's move on to the point of recovery. Now, how long did you do in prison?
I did all together probably about 7 years.
Okay.
You know, in and out.
No doubt.
You know, in and out. You know, doing those 30 minutes, 30 days, 60, 90 days. You know, in and out, absconding and having to go back and do a 12. So my first prison bid was receiving and concealing stolen motor vehicles.
Okay.
Running my own shop type. You know, and I absconded a few times on that, you know, because I didn't want to conform to the stipulations and stuff.
Yeah.
So and
so what? Yeah, now, what's the last? Now, what's your last time in there? Was that the one? Was that the time that made you think that it's time for a change?
Oh yeah, when the feds got onto me. Yeah, they don't play. They don't play.
No doubt.
So, well, with that case, I was being intimidated again by a human sex trafficker.
Okay. So how did that come about? So how did you get involved with the traffickers?
Living in the motels. I'm on Zoom. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Okay.
My little baby. So living at the motels and me being independent. I've always been independent, and that didn't sit well with a few people, you know. And they would intimidate the white girls and all that, and be successful. And when it came to me, it's kind of like I always had a rebuttal, and you know, very aggressive. And so, you know, one of them wound up putting their hands on me, and you know, I went and got me a gun. This was back when the Victory was open.
Okay.
You know, remember the Victory was a big case about human sex trafficking over there. Shut it down and to the ground. Well, yeah, I was living over there when I first started crack. So, because I went to Southwest to you know, hide that part of my addiction away from my family, my friends.
No doubt.
Yeah, and heroin too. So, yeah, he put his hands on me. I went and got me a gun, and I got caught with a gun on the fluke.
No doubt.
So that kind of saved my life, you know.
Indeed. So now let's talk about the road to recovery. So now when you came out, you had a great success in your recovery. You've been doing a lot of great things in your life, and also encouraging others to change their life. Tell us about the total life change.
Oh, the total life change is amazing. You know? I was introduced to total life change, right, when I first came home from the feds. I did do 2 years for the gun, and I came home New Year's Eve 2020. Yeah, 20. And so when I came home, I was supposed to get treatment in there, right?
Okay.
But I didn't because the pandemic hit. So I really came home the same person that I was when I went in. Nothing had changed. I was just clean. So by me having the information that I have now, I eventually, was working out of those characteristics, still being a manipulator, still being a liar, still being compulsive, impulsive, and all that. Those characteristics led me back to addiction. I couldn't do it on sheer willpower. I had to change those things. You know what I'm saying? You have to change those things. You got to get some humility. You got to get, you got to stop being a liar. You gotta surrender. So once I got the information and stuff, I was then ready to go back to total life changes and mentally, you know what I'm saying? Mentally do what I needed to do. So that's where I'm at now, speaking out on my past, my addiction, and what I did to recover. I went to Abundant Community Recovery Services, and they gave me, like, I've been to so many treatment centers, but the information I got there, man, was priceless. You know what I'm saying? It was just real simple. The characteristics you can't work out of. Because sometimes, we'll still be clean, but we'll still try to trick. We'll still try to turn a day, whatever. But that eventually will lead you back. The little small things that you don't want to let go of, they'll lead you back. So now I'm in something that I was so embarrassed and ashamed of, right? So long, I'm able to speak out on it because I'm free from that now.
No doubt.
And that's where I'm at today, because I want to, it's people out there that's still sick and suffering. And I know that if they watch long enough, they will get the desire to change.
No doubt.
Something that they have to do, that they want to do. It's nothing that I can force them. Because there's people right now that I'm close, that I need to get on this path with me, but they have to do it for themselves. Because I did it because the court stipulated me so many times to treatment. It was for them.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. So eventually I came right back to the environment that I knew, that I was comfortable with. And in recovery, you're gonna have to get uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yes, no doubt. That's real shit.
Yeah.
No doubt. So now, what would you say to a young person that's in recovery now, that's ready to make a change in their life? What kind of encouraging words would you give them?
Well, I would encourage them not to look too far into the future, not to want had a desire to just give the appearance of recovery, because that's where I had went wrong too. When I first got in recovery, I wanted my car, I wanted my clothes, and I wanted everything that recovery had to offer. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really want to work on me, the inner, you know what I'm saying? So I just really wanted to give the appearance. All that stuff gonna come.
No doubt.
If you take it one day at a time, you focus on your recovery every day. And those characteristics. You gotta cut that old stuff, man. You gotta cut the fat out your diet.
No doubt. So now we want to find out if anybody wants to contact you, reach out. How is that possible? Give us some information to follow you. To follow your recovery story, and give us information to follow you on the TLC, Total Life Change. Tell us more about that. We know the grand prize is coming up. Let's talk about the grand prize. Yeah.
You know what? Total Life Changes lines up with what I'm doing, right?
No doubt.
They just want to inspire and encourage people and be part of their accountability to make a change, man. A total life change, as far as health wise. We have this 15-day challenge. We have different challenges, but we got this 15-day challenge right now where, we just want you to drink maybe like 64 ounces of water.
No doubt.
Move your body around for 30 minutes. And we do have products. We have products. We have like NutriBurst, this cleansing teas. And we got a long array of products on Total Life Changes. And they just want to help, and they have been such told them initially months ago some stuff about me, and they came and on that specific day, my clean date,
Yeah.
and had a big Zoom meeting with me, and it was different people from everywhere, different countries and stuff. It was really nice. They remember, and they really personal with each and every one of us, and like I said, it's an international thing. It's an international thing, and you can reach me through that. Through the TLC website, my own website. I joined partners with them.
No doubt. Tell us the website. Give us the websites. Give us all the info.
The website. Total Life Changes. Tiffany Gaston. Damn. I have to give it to you. Okay. I don't have it on me right now.
So let's do it like this. On Facebook, they can follow you, Tiffany Gaston, on Facebook. Any Instagram, TikToks?
Tiff Bud, or mainly Facebook, Tiffany Gaston.
Okay, no doubt.
And I have an email. My email is GastonTiffany22@gmail.com.
No doubt. Detroit, listen to me. Anybody out there is going through some of the same problems, if you want to reach out to a positive sponsor, reach out to Tiffany Gaston, Total Life Change. We thank you for coming out, sharing your story. Very inspirational. We want to thank you. We wish you the best of luck in your journey. We're gonna tap back in with you, probably within the next month or so. See how everything's coming, and see if you won that $25,000 grand prize down there at TLC, so you can buy everybody lunch in Detroit. Thank you for coming out. We salute you, man.
All right, thank you.
No doubt. God bless.
Yeah.